All right, it's 31 million people on here. And I hope all 31 million came from Patreon. I just want to say to you guys that if you're paying for the Patreon, that is the only way that you'll know exactly where I am after today. Because I'm only going to put it on Patreon if I'm on TikTok or if I'm on here or wherever I'm at with my message. Otherwise, you're going to have to catch the clips. Okay? So make sure you're a subscriber. My birthday is coming. I got a couple special guests coming for my birthday. My dad's here. He said congratulations to the baby. He's excited to have a new baby in the family. And Nevaeh. And I'm just going to jump right in here. And what I would like to say, though, guys, is that I'm always going to try to be myself and transparent. Those who know me know whatever I say is just my opinion and how I feel about the certain situation from my lens, not from nobody else's. And I don't discriminate. So if I feel like you a or they a or we a hoe, I'm going to say I'm never ever going to get on here and sugarcoat nobody's status about how I feel or what my opinion is of the situation. Because if I do that, then certain things will happen that shouldn't happen, and then I'll feel bad. Okay? So if you a hoe, and I say you a hoe, don't be mad. Don't be mad. You a hoe in the circus. We've all had our times, not like this, but we've all had our times that we had something. So I've accepted what everybody has said about me. And that's all of them, whether it was Jaidyn or John, Callie, Dre, Nevaeh. I've accepted all of their opinions of me, and they've spoke their mind. I'm going to speak mine. So if they call me and you had 3 baby daddies and you a liar, then and whenever you doing your details or your duties, I'm going to express how I feel about those. Okay? Let's start there. This message, and y'all might something that's worthy to be screen recorded, I'm gonna go like this. That means get ready to screen record, because I'm finna say some serious shit or some shit or whatever the shit need to be. Okay? I always like to start the story from the beginning of my thoughts. Why, Jonathan, are you doing all of these things for prostitutes and then being mad at other people for having prostitute behaviors? I'm not understanding the good treatment or the bad treatment or the this treatment or the that treatment to anyone when you're surrounded by a bunch of fuckery. Okay, let's start there. So when I say that, my question is, why do you feel that it is right now? I know you're probably upset, you're hurt, but it's been 30 days since you found out that your baby mama, your best friend, right? You should be calm in your spirit right now. You should have accepted the terms and the conditions and be okay with that. All of these women are equal across the board now. All of them are. Why are you trying to demonstrate what an amazing hospital partner or anything that you're doing for someone? And this is no knock to Nevaeh. I waited until the baby was here to let all this out. I let her have her moment yesterday. I appreciated the moment. It was very able to sit here and relax knowing that the baby is coming and everybody is in good spirits. I appreciated that. I appreciated her allowing him to be there. I appreciated her allowing other people to be there. I appreciated the whole magical moment. I did. My grandchild came into the world in a very happy, magical moment. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not offended by anybody saying that they the grandma or the godmom. I'm the Black Kris Jenner, so the more the merrier. I'm encouraging people, like I've always encouraged people, to come out and help support all my grandkids, all my kids. Not just when they making money or when the numbers are high, but even when the numbers are low. That's when I know you for real. So when I say, Jonathan, you're surrounded by a bunch of fuckery, I'm okay with that because it's making sense. It's making dollars. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. Okay? I'm okay with that, and I understand that. But what we're not going to do is allow these people to get on here and disrespect other people or think that they doing something when they not. Because we know when somebody's doing something is when you down, not when you up. When we see people jump on the Michael Jackson bandwagon because they got a hit, we know. We're not dumb. Everybody knows. You look dumb as hell, honestly, because Jaidyn may not have came through when she was supposed to after she got that money, and I told her that was wrong. That was wrong to keep the whole thing after you hooked her up with the money. That was wrong. But two wrongs don't make no right. And them other didn't send you nothing either. So for you to be acting like Jaidyn is woe to Jaidyn right now is just, it's making me mad. It's making me sad, honestly. Because we looking at you like you a dumbass. Like, two just punched you out in the ground and all your standing around there. If I do remember, when somebody punched one of y'all, the other one returned that punch before you even knew that got off the ground so that it was rocking and rolling. I didn't see that. So you got a bunch of people around you right now that have allowed you to get in these situations, and you treating the people that coddled you and supported you and made sure you didn't lose your mind and turn into no dope fiend in jail for a bunch of people that would all, and they getting the benefit. I don't need the benefits. I'm hurting for the people that should get some respect. And I know you came home and tried to give Jaidyn the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not knocking that. I appreciate that, because when you said you was coming home, you wasn't talking to her, you wasn't with her, you did it for me. I appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is what she did, and I didn't know, because it made it look like I negotiated some terms for her under false pretenses. But I forgive her. I still forgive her. Your children are there. We have to forgive her. We don't have a choice. If there was no children there, no, I probably wouldn't with her ever again. But there are children there. And these children deserve exactly what the children deserve the same thing. Bo was with Nevaeh when Blue needed him that night. And somebody needed to make sure she didn't drift off with the baby. I get that too. He needed to say, Mom, send the security. That's what he needed to do. Because he also, that's an ex-dope addict. He needed, and I don't mean that in a bad way. These are her words, not mine. He needed somebody to make sure she didn't go do nothing crazy. And he needed to make sure that she also didn't run off with no baby. I'm going to get to that part. So that's my theory on your friends. I don't appreciate any of them, even the person, your camera crew, whoever was supposed to put the camera. I know y'all got some expensive equipment, but you was on that ground for a cool little second, which means obviously if somebody sucker punch you, and that was a loud sucker punch, it's gonna put you down. That's natural. That's every day. That's every day in the streets. But when you was down there, luckily the dude wasn't a real active crazy person, because he would have been stomping you out, because they just stood there. And you got to start checking all the people that's around you, because the people that love you and supported you when you came out of that jail is, again, nowhere near you, and you trying to come up again. And you see what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say about that, is there's a bunch of hands out collecting off of you again right now, and they didn't put anything in on it when you was down, which means that's probably what would happen again. So that's a common sense. And you're using the wrong people to make the other people mad, because we're all laughing. We're all sitting here laughing at you, like they're all going to laugh at you. Like they didn't download no apps. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad at least your dad's there. I wish your dad was there when you got sucker punched, because he would have already saw the dude revving up. The homeboys are supposed to know when the heat is coming in. It ain't supposed to be last minute. They was already supposed to check that temperature before it got all the way through there. But that wasn't there. That's none of my business. That could have been one of your homeboys doing that to you. It could have been a lot of things. I didn't appreciate, because if I was there, I probably would have got my head knocked off, because as soon as he hit you, I would have hit him, and that would have been what it was. Because you seen your family when you got into that boxing ring and you was boxing, and them people did something weird in that boxing ring. You seen the people, your real family, jump them ropes. We was in them ropes. Women and children was in them ropes. Husbands, people who with you, love you, we was in them ropes. We was right next to you when them people played with you at that fight. And you don't got that kind of people around you. That's how you family, first off. Second off, and I'm only going to give you these messages because you got me blocked, but you got a new number and you didn't give it to me. And your old baby mamas would have called and gave me the number because I'm your mama. But these new people you around that's doing it tickety-tackety, these weirdos that you got around you, it ain't called me and gave me no number. But it's okay. You will give me the number when you ready, when you need to. That's how it works in the world. I'm going to get to that part, Alicia. Let me get the breakdown going, girl. You know I got to be on here for like an hour. Make it make sense. Do I appreciate that you and Chrisean have found a place where y'all can somewhat work together and make it make sense? I'm the Black Kris Jenner, so at the end of the day, if you can make it make sense and she can make it make sense, it makes sense. You guys do have some type of chemistry that the people like to see, but what we don't like to see is her chemistry when she go all the way left because she can't keep her emotions together. So is that worth it? I don't know. I don't have to be the one that suffers from her consequences. So I guess you've weighed the options and you feel like it might be worth it. But according to the numbers in the books and the accolades, it's worth it for a day and then neither one of y'all ain't got it again. So I don't know if I will put my chickens in that batch either. We're going to clear up everything. It's good. I get you. It's not good for Blue. No, it's not good for Blue. And I don't know why he keeps thinking that he needs her to get these numbers. That's that. He's very impatient. He doesn't need any of these people to get these numbers. He's very methodically creative. And this is going back to him being a quarterback, having to make plays off the dribble real quick. You're not in quarterback mode. Nothing has to be real quick. I know you feel like you got to get this money real quick, but it don't got to be real quick. You're going to be able to keep mentally creating and vibing off of everything that you think of. That's just that's the ability that you have. The very first commercial you did at 5 years old, you nailed it. And I was in shock. The whole place was in shock. You nailed it because that's your gift. You have the ability to create under pressure. And you don't really you need all these, obviously you need all these employees is what I call these people. These are employees. They're all getting something out of it. It's not like prostitution where some people are saying it's prostitution. It's far from prostitution because you ain't even sleeping with Nevaeh and she coming up off of it. Are we here? Are we here, ladies? Okay, because that's all she came for. And she getting something out of it, you getting something out of it. I don't know if him and Chrisean are sleeping together or not. I hope not, because her emotions when she's in tune with somebody sexually are off the chart. And it's not just my son. It was that way with Bino. It was that way with K Suave. It was that way with one more, 33. She looks like she has really good chemistry, love chemistry with anybody who her. That's just my opinion, and don't take it personal. It's not your fault. That just happens to women when they don't have fathers. They just have a good chemistry and a good love. But I had talked to Tsiki one time, and she told me that y'all mom taught y'all how to do something with y'all vagina. I don't know if it was the vagina, but y'all got a love thing that y'all know how to do that y'all could get people drawn in. And I don't want to quote that right or wrong because I don't want Tsiki after me, but she did tell me y'all had some magic that y'all mama taught y'all. And I told her to teach me some of that magic. Not that I need it, but I still want to have it just in case. Yes, Tsiki told me this. Yes, she did. We had a conversation some months back. We used to communicate. I help her with her social media, help her with her stuff. Because I don't want everybody to just end up with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to wake up one day and be like, woo, we did that. We got something out of it. But you guys supposed to tell stuff. Ooh, thank you, girl. I just threw this little shimmy on for y'all. So that's my case on that. I want to make sure that I drive this home and clear it up before we jump to the baby, because I know y'all waiting on that. Before we jump to the baby, I do want to drive this home. Jonathan, what you're doing is unacceptable. It's always going to be unacceptable. God is not going to bless it, because you could call Jaidyn and give her your new phone number. You should always have your baby mama, not your mama. I don't got to have your number. You know what I'm saying? They're going to call me. If you go to jail or go to hospital, they're going to call me regardless. I'm on the birth certificate. But your baby mama should have your phone number at all times. Your kids could have an emergency. She could have an emergency. She may need to call you. She can't make it in time. You know what I'm saying? You need to call and give Jaidyn your phone number. That's a case of child neglect for you to not give your baby mama your phone number when you got all these rats with the new phone number, okay? And I don't mean that in a bad way when I say rats. I just say that because after I see all of the stuff that y'all do and don't give a fuck about doing, tattooing people's names on y'all got 2-3 different niggas tattoos name. Back in my day, if a woman tattooed anybody's name on her, she was trash. She was trash. We laughed at her. We laughed about her. We didn't sit with her. We didn't want her in our section with that name on her titty. You know what I'm saying? It's just back in our day, that was trash. I'm pretty sure in y'all day it's still trash too, because I know some classy young ladies who will never, ever tattoo anyone's name, not even Jesus Christ, on their bodies. Okay? So I'll just say that. And it's not like y'all just tattooed my son on there and y'all love him so much. So I can't just say, oh, these women love my son so much, they tattooed his name. Y'all tattooed 2-3 other people's name on y'all with no, put the toes, other people's toes in your mouth. This lady, before she get pregnant by my son, it's 3 other people that she has sex with in the last 30 days. So she nutted all up. And then on top of that, you done have 6 abortions. And I don't think it's fair, Jonathan, that you treat all of that dust, and Jaidyn was only with you for the first 10 years of her life. And then you treat the other people, it ain't giving what it needs to give. And these niggas out here laughing at you. That's why they feeling like it's okay to punch you, because you looking right now. You out here making wives and putting them up like that's what they deserve to be at. And it's not. And I appreciate you doing good by your baby mamas, but we're not about to sit here. We're not going to sit here and just allow you to do Journey and Jaidyn and Javon any kind of way when they was loyal to you for a very long time. Now, just because she got in her high horse and went and did some, and that was some, I don't care who say it wasn't. Whatever friend talked you into that, I'm glad you ain't her friend no more. But anyway, because all she did was made you look like these people. You just do it for just to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not okay. That's never going to be okay. And I know you're not riding around here doing what they normally do. That was an instance in time where you made a bad decision and you probably regret it. Ain't going to say you regret it. You're going to get on here and say you support what you did. I know you didn't, though, because no woman in her right mind would. I'm going to start reading these as soon as I get done reading everybody their rights. Okay? I'm going to start reading these as soon as everybody ever get done reading everybody their rights. Because I don't want to mix my possible grandbaby up with no bullshit, okay? Let him be a father to all his kids. Don't show favoritism. I agree. That's a real father. My father, how many baby mamas dad got? 3? It's 4 or 5 of us. None of us feel like he loves us any less, okay? We all feel like he would come for each one of us equally, okay? Now, the ones that don't kind of look like him might have something else different to say. There is one that don't kind of look like us. But, so that's all I have to say about that is let this little hiatus in with the kids, because in a minute, I'm going to start doing you real dirty. Because every time I look at Javon or Journey and they feel in a certain type of way, they should not have to go over there to that house where you got an ex-prostitute, convict, drug addict. This doesn't even make logical sense. Now, if this was Angela and you was pushing it, even Ashley and you was pushing it, or even, what's the other girl? Anybody that got some references, okay? Some references, some good detailed references. I would say, okay, even Rela, some good detailed references, not somebody that's done talked about their own mama, not somebody that ain't loyal to their own daddy, talking about the stepdaddy better than the daddy. I wouldn't give a the stepdaddy gave me $5 million. The daddy is still the daddy that brought you here to this earth.
Do you want to go on TikTok from here? Log in so you can have both set up?
No, I'm in the middle. I'll wait to figure it out.
Okay.
Just trying to start this last 2 weeks. And I seen the police pulling up at least twice. Exactly. That's not even an environment that you would want your kids in, let alone, you know what goes on at that house, let alone have them spending the night. The police is coming. People is knocking on the door and trying to touch kids and touch them and pat them and, you know what I'm saying, put their energy and spirits on them. When you just don't walk up to people's kids and touch them. You know what I'm saying? We all know better. I'd never just walk up to somebody's kids. If I say, oh, she's so cute, I'm not about to try to pick nobody's baby up, touch them, none of that. We know the code because we know how energy transfers and we don't want that on our kids. So I'm just saying, like, if your offer was for her to drop the kids off at Chuck E. Cheese and you was at Chuck E. Cheese, it's still a public place. Even if you had your family at Chuck E. Cheese and told her drop the kids off at Chuck E. Cheese, it's still a public place with stamps and can't nobody be no weirdo. To drop your kids off where you know it's some, where you're not even comfortable. We all heard him and Whack on the live talking about the girl. She using me, her, she using me, I'm using her. We all heard the real dialogue about how you guys feel about each other. Okay, we heard the dialogue, and I've talked to her personally myself. So I know for sure she's not someone that I would want my kids around either. Okay, is she a great mom? I think she spends a lot of time with her kid doing nothing. I think she's picking up and learning how to do things as she goes, and that's fine. Is she the mom that I would have picked? No, but I'm still grateful to God that she went along with it. She didn't get high. She didn't get drunk, gave the baby a fair chance, and great. That's awesome. But you cannot expect for Jaidyn don't leave her kids with nobody. She don't leave them with nobody. Not even her homegirls. And if she do, it's for like a quick, I gotta run to the grocery store, I'll be right back. She don't leave her kids with nobody. So to expect for her to get off her superior motherly duties, because she's very much more superior than the women that you have chose to have children with, okay? Let's just put that there. You've never, ever had to tell Jaidyn how to raise those kids. You've never, ever told her how to raise those kids. You've never told her, had to question her about anything. You're already, during the pregnancy, we've watched you live make special for how you want your child to be raised versus the child she already has. So then if you're not comfortable with your own child and having to give details with that child, how do you expect for Jaidyn to trust her kids to go over there, okay? So now that we have that out there, we're gonna start to hold you accountable because Journey and Javon, I let 30 days for your spirit to relax because I know sometimes I would rather not see my kids if I gotta see them and I'm gonna be angry looking at their mama ready to, you know what I'm saying? But your 30 days, you should be fine now. You done did 2 years in jail. You done had a lot of, and they done had you. You done got rocked by a lot of, they done dogged you. You don't know who your baby daddy is. They done drank one smoke. You done been done, and you done some doing. So I think you should be fine now. I gave you 30 days. I gave you more than 30 days. But the kids are starting to ask about you, and it's time for you to step up and do your job because your dad would never. Your dad might have disappeared for 30 days, and he did that very often, but he would still pop back up and let the kids. Javon asked me, was you back in jail? That's not okay. And I have to remind him that, no, you're just out working, because I don't want to tell him that his mama went out and your best friend because you her best friend, and now they need a timeout so they don't each other up. I can't tell your son what's going on, so I have to naturally tell him that both of y'all are working, and they're going to be spending a lot of time with grandma. Okay, so your followers and everybody on these Instagrams and all these pages need to start holding him accountable for Journey. And the time is up. Now, if you want to meet at the McDonald's and they at the playground, wherever you want to meet with the kids, your daddy can meet you there. Your dad has agreed to assist in making sure that the kids are safe and not around anybody. So she's okay with that. So if you don't want to be around me, your dad can do it. Okay? Both the parents need everyday almost comments mentioned to them. Exactly. So all of the people, and I'm not talking about the people who argue with me. You can drink while you pregnant. You can smoke while you pregnant. All the people that argue with me. I'm not talking about y'all. We're not asking for y'all opinion. We don't need y'all help. I'm talking about all the real mothers and all the big mamas and all the real grandmamas. Make sure that y'all stay on his neck about his oldest seed, who now shares a middle name with a whole new baby that he don't even know 100% sure if it's his. Okay, I thought that was very unfair, but hey, it is what it is. And if they are brothers and they have the same middle name, great. All the Ball brothers got the same name, so great. I don't have a problem with that at all. And I don't think Jaidyn wants to be calling Jonathan around her house for the rest of her life either. So, Blue won't get these kids back with his kids, I feel. Yes, all the kids will be a welcome to grandma's house all together. So it ain't we gonna mix them all up. This is Jonathan's baby. All the babies will be allowed to come to and do grandma. So I would never, ever discriminate against anyone. Now, if they chose to keep their child like Chrisean, she chose to keep her baby away, you would never see him, then You and your baby, keep it pushing. If she changed her mind, okay, grandma's here. If not, it is what it is, okay? I got a bunch of grandkids. My sister got grandkids. My niece trying to get baby fever. I'm going to have some babies around me, okay? As long as y'all don't play with my Journey Pie, my Avery, my Sugar Avery, I'm good, okay? There we go. Little Karlissa come. The boys is the boys, and y'all see how the boys act. Y'all see how these boys act. I'm not with it. I love my grandsons dearly, but it will be all about my granddaughters. All right. And so, because when both their mamas got mad and didn't talk to me for 2 weeks, Journey was the only one who demanded to come over here every day. Woke up, take me to my grandma now. Take me to my grandma now. Calling me on Javon's phone. Grandma, she won't bring me. So, y'all know what I'm talking about. Avery too. Avery called me every other day. The granddaughters is just be something different. They need to talk to their grandma. I love my grandsons. I'm going to be here for them. They want to pull up, they pull up, but I'm not about to chase you down for no grandson. Okay? All right. Now that we got that out the way, I'm going to move right on to the delivery. I said it was beautiful. It was amazing because I don't want to be in a room. I don't want to ever be in a room delivering a baby, go through all of those emotions, and y'all get into this. Y'all might want to screen record this because I'm about to go TikTok or Twitch or whatever. Y'all gonna have to give me a pass because I'm about to get heated all the way up. I don't ever want to be in a delivery room. And I've told this to Rela also. And you sit me through this whole delivery. And then you have me going through all these emotions. And not that I wouldn't pray for a stranger's baby, but you have me in here doing my grandmotherly duties, looking for the purpose and looking for the passion of the child in its eyes. It's something that us grandmothers do as soon as we lock in. And you sit there and have me go through all of this, and then y'all in this room talking about, okay, we just need to make sure the baby is ours. We need a DNA test because she had 3 other men in the same month, and we just want to make sure. So I personally am glad that I wasn't in the room for that, because it would break my heart to go through all of those emotions, build up all that anger towards somebody, and then they come in here and say, it's not your baby. Or not, forget that. Waiting on the test to come. All of that, having to go through that, your mama should never, ever have to go through that. Now, your daddy can sit there because he used to be in a Rolling Stone and dicking down everything on the block. But your mama should never have to sit there and go through all of them emotions. Is it my baby or not? Or looking at the ears or looking at the face. When Rela's baby comes out, I will hold that child in my womb. I will hold that child in my heart. I will hold that child and know, because she gave me a promise that there's no possibility of anyone else being the father of her child. I can go with that. But please don't ever take me and offer me to come into no delivery room, and then y'all got to tell me at the end of the delivery, after my heart done warmed up, did all these palpitations, and added this baby to the Lamb's Book of Life, okay, to the Karlissa's Book of Life, and then y'all over here talking about we need to get a DNA first, and then we going to fully embrace the child. Come on, man, don't do that to your, nobody ever do that to your mama, okay, ever. And matter of fact, if you get pregnant and you slept with somebody up to 30 days prior to, don't even tell them that is his baby. Just wait until the baby gets here and do your pregnancy by yourself, just in case. Because nobody should have to go through those type of emotions, and then you sit there like you Queen Elizabeth with a clean bill of birth health, like your vagina ain't been around a couple of blocks and through the wilderness, and looking at us like we wrong. Looking at us like it's our problem. You shouldn't have got me pregnant. You knew I was that's not fair. So to be sitting there while somebody while your face all twisted up, knowing that you was over there with Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, who cares who you like, it's a disrespect. It's such a disrespect to our whole entire family. I didn't even tell my father about this baby yet. I did not. I didn't tell my dad until somebody told him yesterday. My dad didn't even know Jonathan had no baby coming. Now, he know little Karlissa is coming because I'm Karlissa. But I did not tell my dad about this, and he just found out about it, and he's waiting to find out also. So now he's also waiting to find out if this baby should go into the Dickie's book of life. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad is about his grandkids the same way I am. You will find a picture of all my dad's grandkids, except for the one that told me she don't want me around her baby. My daddy got a picture with all of them, okay? Which means he has made an extra effort to be around all of them. So don't take this personal. Please don't take it personal, and make your decisions on whether you let me ever see the child or not, because you put yourself in this situation. I didn't, okay? Now, if it was one other man and it was your friend or one of your homeboys that you've been with forever and ever, and it was between one of them two, we could see this. But these is three that you in a matter of October and November, and then my son got home and got you pregnant in November. You can't look at us crazy, how you sitting up in that hospital bed like something's wrong with us. That's not fair. It's not fair to anyone in his entire family. Okay, you should be sitting there. I understand the situation and circumstances. Jokes on me, y'all can laugh, but okay, maybe it's my baby. But to be sitting up there because you light skinned and you think I done put some voodoo on him and he gonna do this and do that regardless, like that's not cool. It's not fair and it's not funny. It's very painful. When you first showed me that sonogram, I never disrespected you. I held it in. You told me don't post his nose because they gonna say it looked like that other man. I never made you feel no type of way. I never even questioned you. I never said, are you sure? You told me don't post his nose because they gonna say it looked like that man. I never even told my son nothing. You know why I didn't tell my son nothing? Because I didn't want him to feel no type of way either. When somebody thinks that they're having a life coming into the world, it's so valuable to us. The way y'all feel like 6 abortions, yay, we love it here. We love to get rid of kids. We killed them. The way y'all get excited about abortions and killing kids, we feel that way about bringing life into our family, into our lineage, and into our legends. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want you to take it like I'm talking about you or I'm making you feel bad, because everybody done had somewhat of a whole season. I don't know about 3 men in 2 months. I don't know about that part. But if you had like a guy that you messed around with and you just got pissed off and snuck off, and it happened. Or then a tattoo on the door, and it's like, okay, don't be looking at us like we're a bad family for looking at you like that. You see what I'm saying? Your mom should be telling you that's not their fault. Your mom should be telling you, you should be humble. You should be kind, because these people took your word for it, cherished you, supported you, and walked you through this whole pregnancy the best they could, not even knowing if it's their kid. No clue if it is. 3 people jumped out the woodworks and said they slept with you. Some of them showed proof. Some of them had text messages, and we still try to support you and love you. And in the minute we asked you for the same support and respect for our son, you got mad and threw a whole fit. How fair was that? Where is your dignity? All I asked you to do was not put my son with demons and warlocks. You know what I'm saying? And now if you're going to be, now the managers and the other people that do it, them, they work for us. But the people that are in our tight-knit circle should never, ever be telling other people that he's a part of demons and warlocks. I asked you that not just for me. I asked you that for other family members that are uncomfortable with you accusing my son after he's telling you and the whole internet that he's a child of Jesus Christ. Okay, so your mama should have also told you that. Because if you can talk about my son, I can talk about yours. So we'll leave that there. On to the baby. Beautiful baby, head full of hair from what I saw. Do I feel like it's Jonathan's baby from the first glance? That's what everybody wants to know. And I'll be honest with you, my spirit did not jump. Like I told y'all when the babies were coming, I've seen most of my babies coming, and I saw a little girl coming, so I knew the little girl was coming. When I saw the picture of the baby, what I did see of the baby, my spirit did not jump. My spirit did not tell me that was my child. I could tell by his father's reactions. It didn't tell him that. He said the baby had a big, because that goes on in their family. They got some big genitals or genitalia, whatever you call it, without getting in trouble on here, GTA, whatever. But An Aries woman chooses men based on their size. Am I wrong or am I right? All the Aries women, speak out. Aries women chooses their man based on his penis size because they're very hypersexual active women. And they go through a lot of women, a lot of men. They go through a lot of men, so they need a big one, okay? Now, us Leos, we very selective. We very selective on how and when and who. Naturally, we still got finger-sized vaginas, okay? That's just how we are, okay? But an Aries woman, and I ain't finna say no names, I know a few, I got some good friends that all of the men could have had the same things. When his father went to claiming the baby based on genitalia, I laughed because that's how slow men are. Okay, some of us prefer a nice size package, and that could be her thing. They all got big noses, as we see, so she like big nose, big feet. You know what? Most women, we like that. It's a plus. So we can't judge a baby by his genitalias, and for the father to use that as the connection for a newborn baby, I can see why y'all was a little upset, but that's probably what he went to go look for was, is it ours? Yeah, it looked like ours. It's a lot of niggas with those. Okay, so my spirit did not jump to say, oh, that's my baby. It did jump to say, it's a beautiful baby. He has a head full of hair like our kids. All Jonathan's kids got nice juicy head full of hair. Jonathan had nice juicy head full of hair. So I did see the hair. The one thing that did bother me is most of his kids and my kids all came out with very